John Gray on embracing imperfections for personal growth. As we dive into the profound and often overlooked realm of personal growth, one name stands out as a beacon of wisdom and inspiration: John Gray. In his book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, John Gray revolutionized how we understand and navigate relationships, emphasizing the importance of communication and connection. However, what many may not realize is that John Gray has a rich tapestry of insights extending far beyond relationship dynamics. He teaches us about embracing imperfections, a concept that can profoundly impact our personal growth and well-being. Let me tell you this. In today's fast-paced world, we often find ourselves striving for perfection, believing that achieving it will bring us happiness and fulfillment. But what if I told you that embracing our imperfections could actually be the key to unlocking deeper satisfaction and growth? Here's something you should know. Perfectionism can be a trap, leading us to neglect our own needs and desires, while also preventing us from fully appreciating the unique beauty of who we are. John Gray, with his keen insight and experience, offers a compelling narrative on why embracing our imperfections is essential for personal growth. His journey as a psychologist and author has led him to recognize that everyone is flawed, and that these flaws make us who we are. This acceptance is not just a matter of self-esteem. It's a transformative process that opens doors to understanding, compassion, and ultimately, personal happiness. You might be wondering, how exactly do I embrace my imperfections? John Gray suggests starting by acknowledging your flaws and weaknesses, rather than trying to hide them. It's like peeling back layers of an onion, each layer revealing more about yourself. For instance, perhaps you struggle with time management, feeling overwhelmed by deadlines. Instead of berating yourself for this flaw, try to see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Maybe you can set up a system that works for you, or seek help from a mentor who excels in managing time. In his book, John Gray uses vivid examples from his own life and from his clients' stories. One particularly poignant example involves a client who struggled with chronic anxiety. Through therapy and self-reflection, this person learned to accept their anxiety as a part of their personality, rather than fighting against it. As a result, they found peace and a newfound sense of freedom, knowing they could manage their anxiety without letting it control their life. Embracing imperfections doesn't mean living with a victim mentality, where we blame our flaws for every misfortune. Rather, it's about recognizing that these flaws are simply part of the human condition and can be transformed into strengths. For instance, someone who lacks confidence might feel insecure in social situations. By embracing this insecurity, they can channel it into vulnerability, which is often seen as a strength in today's society. Vulnerability fosters deep connections and authentic interactions, which are crucial for personal growth. John Gray also emphasizes the importance of celebrating our differences. In today's culture, we're constantly bombarded with images of perfection, making it easy to compare ourselves unfavorably. Yet, it's precisely these differences that make us unique and valuable. Each person has a story to tell, a set of experiences that shape their personality. Embracing these differences means acknowledging and respecting the uniqueness of others, including ourselves. Consider a personal anecdote. A few years ago, I was struggling with a significant career setback. My confidence took a hit and I felt like I had failed. But instead of dwelling on my perceived shortcomings, I chose to see this as an opportunity for growth. I began to explore new hobbies and interests, and gradually, I rediscovered my passion. The setback didn't define me. It was merely a stepping stone to finding my true calling. Another powerful lesson from John Gray is the importance of self-compassion. We often have harsher expectations for ourselves than we do for others. Imagine a friend who makes a mistake at work. You would likely offer support and encouragement. But when it comes to ourselves, we tend to be much tougher. John Gray argues that treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we would extend to others is crucial for personal growth. Self-compassion allows us to acknowledge our failures and mistakes without beating ourselves up, fostering resilience and emotional well-being. The final piece of advice from John Gray is to cultivate a mindset of gratitude. In a world that can sometimes feel overwhelming, focusing on what we have rather than what we lack can transform our outlook. Take a moment to appreciate the small things in life, whether it's a beautiful sunset, a kind gesture from a stranger, or a supportive friend. By doing so, we shift our focus away from our imperfections and towards the positive aspects of our lives. Gratitude helps us appreciate our imperfections because it reminds us that even in our flaws, there is still value and beauty. In conclusion, embracing our imperfections is not just a philosophical exercise. It's a practical strategy for personal growth. It encourages us to see ourselves and others through a lens of acceptance and understanding. By acknowledging and celebrating our flaws, we open ourselves up to learning, healing, and flourishing. So, let's embrace our imperfections with grace and courage. For in doing so, we unlock a world of potential within ourselves and around us. Here's something you should remember. The next time you face a challenge or stumble, instead of shying away, embrace it as an opportunity to grow. You'll be amazed at how much you can achieve when you stop chasing perfection and start cherishing your uniqueness.